so much. Good morning, everybody. I believe that I'm talking to business enthusiasts here. So when I walked in here, I saw lots of faces that are eager to see how they can market their products, whatever they do. True of us. So, and I would like to say thank you to my papa, Mr. Stanley Ago, and the last speaker, Ini, for being able to water the ground. You know, there are some questions many people have asked. Like, you ask a question, how will you be able to get more reach without advertising your business? So when you ask that question, I was sitting there and I was like, there's something people do, people that has businesses, there's something they do. I have watched severally, people that set up a business, they spend money on acquiring furniture, fixings, and every other thing to make their office look bright and sharp. And they also spend money in branding their business premises, two of us. They spend all this money, but they forgot one thing. They don't want to spend money on marketing their business, which is the core thing that you are doing. Without you advertising your business, how will you be able to grow that business? So I want to take you out from that mindset, your business growing organically, to you doing what is needful to advertise your business. So when I came here, I told this my chairman, I said, I want you to snap me. As I'm talking, I want you to be capturing me because I'm going to market myself. So the images you have here, I'll use them and post on my page. People will see more of what I do. That is advertisement. And that's what you are here for. So I want to take us on the definitive ads on how to run these adverts. The last speaker said something about boosting and running ads in Ad Manager. So someone asked a question, what's the difference between boosting? And also someone asked a question, how will I use my professional mode account to promote my business? So for that professional mode, boosting is meant for you. Because that boosting is just for the post to reach more people, but it's not for the post to give you what you want exactly. Are you getting my point? So let's go to school. Move to the next slide. I'd like you to follow me on Facebook because it talks about marketing yourself. So you can go to Facebook and at Economic. So you will see me and follow me and help me to grow my audience too. Thank you so much. The next slide. So one thing you should understand about Meta advertisement is that its algorithm is changing and everything about Facebook is changing almost every day. What works for you today is no longer working for you tomorrow. A few years ago, we are using 500 naira to run ads, and our ads will reach over 10,000 people. But now you need $1 to run ads. So if the dollar is changing at 1,600 naira per dollar, that's what you need right now to run an ad. You can no longer run an ad of 1,000 naira now. So with the changes that's happening to Facebook, your budget matters in your conversion rate. Someone that is using 100 naira to promote his business and another is using 100,000 to promote his business, they will not get the same result. True or false? So when you're talking about conversion, consider your budget. You also consider your return on investment. If what you have been spending on running your ads, is it converting to the much I need? If it's not converting to the much I need, it takes you back to your content, which is your ad script. Is my content capturing the minds of the people? Because my boss said that you need 10 seconds for people to know what you are doing online. So if the content you are posting, if it's not capturing people, you have to go back to it because you'll be wasting money running those ads. Next slide. So we are looking at different types of Facebook ads. What are the different types of Facebook ads you can do? Move to the next. Now we have image ads. One of the first type of ad you can do is image ad. So whenever you want to run an ad, the first thing that comes to your mind is what am I using to capture the attention of the people? What image am I presenting? So if your image is blurry or the video you are using is not too clean, that means people may not be able to look at what you are doing. They'll just scroll and pass. You understand? But once your image is capturing, they'll be like, what's this all about? Let me check it. Now they now go to your action button, which is the action button on that image is shop now. And this is Happy Socks, and they are promoting their socks, letting people know that you can wear socks, and socks will lose appealing. True of us? Because I've been seeing many ads in Nigeria. I've not seen people selling socks, advertising on Facebook. But now when you look at this image, you now look at this is socks they are promoting there. And when you look at it, you now discover that, this socks is good. I like to start working on the type of socks that I'm buying these days. And they now show you an action button, which is shop now. Then when you click the shop now, it will now take you to their sales funnel or their website or wherever they list their products with the amount and the prices. The next slide. Video ads. So many of us have been seeing videos online. Maybe, let me say, a logistic company promoting how they used to carry products. So they now show an advert where someone will come to your shop, pick the stock, entered bike, drove down to this person's shop, and drop it. So watching that video already tells you this is a logistic company, and this is what they do. So from that video, you will know that I have to illustrate how my product works using the video. Are you getting my point? So now, you now click the action button. Maybe this one is using subscribe button. And now, the next. We also have a carousel ad. Carousel ad is where you have different pictures, just like a slideshow. Different pictures illustrating what your product does. The first design will be, maybe the first design might be the first product you have. Second design will be second product. Third design will be third product. Fourth design will be fourth product. Because a carousel ad gives you the ability to post 10 pictures at once and give them different description. Give them different descriptions. Because I've seen some people boosting up a post, then they now jump at 10 pictures at once. Maybe they are selling a product, rice, beans, gari, and the rest. And they now start uploading pictures of gari. And when you now upload all this, they now write their description, write their contents, and boost it. Now, when you look at that, what does it show you? You'll just be looking at pictures of different things, and you don't even know what they are doing. But this carousel ad, through the pictures, we explain to you what they are doing. And each picture stands for one of their products. So carousel ad is used when you have different products that you want to promote. The next slide, please. Which is the same thing with slideshow ads. Next slide. Collection ads, almost the same thing. Instant experience ads. Now, this instant experience ad, it is used to be called canvas. Like the last speaker said, we have a canvas ad. Now, this canvas on Facebook, when you go to Facebook Ad Manager, you now discover there is a canvas that Facebook have created. It's just like a pre-built template. All you have to do is to edit, put in your information. You can use image or you can adopt a video. So I don't know if you have seen an advert where you see a white man coming from a swimming pool and he moved to his car. From his car, he drove to his office. Those are kind of canvas adverts. And those videos you saw there is not the kind that created those videos. It is Facebook that already created them as a pre-built template that you can use. All you just have to do is to change the information there and replace it with yours. Next. Lead ads. So we got mentioned about lead ads. The lead ad is when you are running an ad, your purpose of running that ad is to get information. For example, you are having a program, a seminar in this church, and you want people in about to know about it. So before the day of the seminar, you have to start running the ad. And once people saw the ad on Facebook, they will click a button, and the button will now ask them to fill the form. Because what you are getting from them is their information, their name, phone number, email address. So with that information, you now decide what to do with it. Either to give them a call, follow-up call, or email them later, or whatever you decide to do with those leads you have generated. And one thing about leads that can do for you is that it will help you to retarget back those audience. So next time you want to run an advert, you might decide to use the information you have already to sell back to those people or promote back to those people that you have their information already. That's one of the benefits of the lead ads. Now, when you are using lead ads, it's always leads redirect people to your sales funnel. When we talk about sales funnel, it's kind of your website or a sales page, whatever you are using as your funnel, where they can now see the description of whatever that program or product or service is. Next slide. Dynamic ads, the same. Next slide. Messenger ads. Now, the messenger ad is a type of advert that directs people to message you. Are you getting my point? Now, you're a business person. You don't have a website. No problem. You don't have a landing page, no problem. You have a search phone, no problem. But you have a WhatsApp. And Facebook has a messenger. Are you getting my point? Now, the messenger ad is what you can use. Don't bother about creating websites since you don't have the money for it. But since you can download WhatsApp, that means you can advertise also using messaging objectives. Are you getting the point now? Now, when you use messaging objectives, Facebook gives you the ability for people to message you on WhatsApp, message you on Instagram, message you on Messenger as well. Are you getting my point now? Now, with these messenger apps, currently, it is giving more leverage to advertisers than before. Before, what was giving us leverage then to advertise was learn more button, action button. When we use the learn more button, it redirects us to our website. And because of the upgrade that Facebook did, they had issue with the iOS 14. So because of that iOS 14, the privacy issues happens that now before Facebook will now redirect your advert, redirect people from their platform to another platform, is costing them more. Now, it now makes the conversion of redirecting adverts expensive for them, or unless you have to pay higher for your advert to redirect. Now, using messenger ads is more cheaper now. It gives you higher conversion than other objectives. So this one is I'm giving you now. So when you want to advertise as a small-scale business owner, try to use messaging app. Are you getting my point? Now, when you use the messenger objectives, that's when it can give you what you want. But before the messenger objectives will work for you, Facebook can only show you to the places you have linked it. For instance, if you have not linked your Facebook business account to your Facebook business page, you cannot redirect people to your WhatsApp. I don't know if you understand it. Because we have explained that you need a business page that is different from your own account to be able to promote your business. Now, if you create the business page, next thing you need to do is to download Facebook business, download WhatsApp business. Now, when you download WhatsApp business, you will use a different number to register it. That number you use, you will now use it and go to your business page and use it as the action button there, direct to WhatsApp. Are you getting my point? Now, if you have done that, when you're advertising messenger ads, you can now see WhatsApp option and you tick it. We'll also go up to that if there is time. Next slide. Stories ads. Now, many of us have been seeing posts. When you go to Facebook, you see stories, you see reels. True of us. Now, in those stories, these are the easiest places people used to go and watch events these days. Because reels and stories are where people always go to now. True of us. Now, when you go to stories, Facebook has made it easy for you to also promote your business on that story because this is where the attention is right now. So when you're now updating on stories, when you're creating an ad, you can choose the placement. This is where we call them placement when we get to that. You can choose placement, choose the stories as a placement so that your ad will also appear on stories when people are scrolling their Facebook feed. The next slide. So let's go to how to advertise now. Since we have been talking about advertisement. So running your first ad might seem difficult for everybody because the difference between boosting and running your ad through ad manager. So boosting your ad can go to a different destination. I have someone that called me and said, "Sir, I don't know, I run an ad and I spent almost 20,000 and nobody have ever commented or seen." I said, "Let me see your page, let me see the insight." I saw the insight. The person is in Nigeria here, and his ad is showing to people in UK. Are you getting my point? I say, but your ad is not showing to Nigeria. It's UK is directing to. He said, "I don't know. I just went to boost it and I saw I paid and they collected my money and I boosted it." I said, "That's not the right way to run ads. If you want to run ads, you go to ad manager." The next slide. So, creating your first ad. To begin running qualified ads, you should first of all create a Facebook business page for your business. So I believe by now, many of us have had a business page, different from their professional mode account. So that brother is asking about using professional mode. Just dump that idea. If you want to promote your business, go to your business page. If you want your friends and family to follow you, use the professional mode account. I get my point. But the business page is created solely for the purpose of advertising your business. So when you go to business page, you can go to, after you have created your Facebook business page, now go to facebook.com/ads manager. Are you getting my point? Because Facebook has the URL for every of their platform. Now you go to Ads Manager. Now when you open facebook.com/Ads Manager, you now discover that the interface is so different from what you have known about Facebook. That's what the screen will be showing you. It's different from the Facebook feed you have been using. Now, once you go there, you now go ahead. Next slide. You now move to select campaign. But before you start going to select campaign, first of all, you have to create an ad account. Remember, you have a Facebook account. Now you need to have an ad account. Ad account means advertisement account or advertisers account. We also have another account called developers account. Developers account are people that want to advertise app-based products or app-based services. Like you see, advert that's showing you download this app. Download app. Are you getting my point? Now, to download an app, you don't run that advert in Ads Manager. You first of all have to create your developers account with Facebook before you can be able to advertise an app on their platform. So now once you have created their app, Facebook gives you 11 marketing objectives based on what you want. Now let's look at those objectives. Next slide. Now we look at the objectives. Brand awareness, which is the number one objective. The brand awareness means that you want to introduce your brand for people to know you, that you are here. Maybe you used to produce clothes, very quality suits, and you just located to Aba, and people doesn't know that you are here. Are you getting my point? So what do? You want to advertise that I'm in Aba and my location is Afule here. Then you have to advertise and use the brand awareness for people to know that where you are is in Afule, in Aba here. Now, people that have seen you somewhere else will start redirecting their footsteps to you. Now, the next objective is reach. Reach means that your goal of running that advert is to reach as many people as possible within the advert time frame. Are you getting my point? Maybe you selected one day ad, just one day, you want to run the ad for one day. So your goal is not even to convert it or to create awareness, but your goal is to reach as many as you can. Are you getting the point now? That's where the reach objective, you choose it. Now, when we are talking about conversion ads, for professionals like us, there's a way we used to run these conversion ads. We first of all use brand awareness, maybe for a day, use reach for the next day, then use traffic for the next day before we start even going to conversion. The essence is this. Before we go to conversion, we also use engagement. For the next day, before we now start going to conversion, the essence is this. Is for the Facebook algorithm to catch up your content. Do you understand now? Your content, that video you have made, that picture you have designed, are you getting my point? It needs to be duplicated. It's duplication. Facebook will keep on distributing it to its series of placements until you start converting it. Do you get it now? That is why whenever you want to start advertising your product, day one is not enough. One day is not enough. Three of us. You need to keep on doing it. Consistency. So when you now promote using the reach, using brand awareness, using traffic, using engagement, that means more people have started seeing this. If you follow this in order of like this. Now you look at this engagement. Engagement means people can now start liking your post, commenting under the advert. Now sharing it to their friends. Are you getting the point? Because now any post that converts well is a post that has generated lots of shares. Meaning that if you have 5,000 followers and you share my post, means that I'll be getting organic free 5,000 people from you. Do you get it now? Because you have shared it to your timeline, and those followers that you have will also see what you have shared to them. Do you get it now? Because the essence of distributing your content on Facebook is for you to spread across all these platforms. And once it has now spread across these platforms, that's when you can now realize your ad will start converting. And you start seeing maybe lead coming in before you even refresh your button. 10 people have subscribed. 20 people have subscribed. 30 people have subscribed. You understand? Help him out. All right, let's continue. Now, when we go to another order of the objectives, we have what we call the app install objective. Now, I told you that you cannot promote an app if you don't have a developer's account with Facebook. Are you getting my point? Maybe some of you are working in a tech company and they ask you to advertise their app or promote their app on Facebook. Are you getting my point? And you now go to Ads Manager, you create and create, Facebook will not say reject. You create and create, after paying everything, it will not run. Are you getting my point? The problem is you have not registered that app with Facebook. Just like when you want to host your app, you have to go to Google Play or App Play or Play Store. True or false? When you go to iOS, you first of all register it, or you go to Play Store and register the information about that app. That's what the same thing Facebook does. You have to give them the information about that app, how the app collects data from people, and what the app is all about before they can allow it to run on their platform. So for you to do that, you need to go to facebook.com/developers and create a developer account. Now, the next one is video views. You just want people to watch your videos. The next one is lead generation. We have talked about it. The next one is messages. We have talked about messages. Then conversions. This conversion is where your money comes back when you're advertising your product. Traffic will not give you conversion. Reach will not give you conversion. Brand awareness will not give you conversion. What do we even mean by conversion? Conversion is this. You have this mobile phone, and you are promoting on Facebook, and people have been seeing this mobile phone, but nobody is buying. Are you converting it? Because your money is wasting. Conversion is when people cannot be able to buy what you have been promoting. Do you get it now? It is not even when they come to WhatsApp and start messaging you, hello, I saw this product, how much do you say? That one is not conversion yet. Until that person makes a purchase, that's when conversion has happened. Are you getting my point? That's when the conversion has actually taken place. Until that person makes a purchase. So one thing that WhatsApp, this thing can help you is that you also you will retarget those people back. You just send them a broadcast message. Remind them that you still have this product. I have not sold it, so Mona, come by. Are you getting my point? So now this conversion is when you are sending people to a specific link, maybe your website. Let them go to my website. They will see all my chairs I have. And they will see the buy button. They will add it to cart. And they will now purchase. But for you to do a conversion ad, you must pixel your platform. There's what we call Facebook pixel. Facebook pixel is what will now give you insight outside Facebook. Remember we talked about insight on Facebook. How many people have communicated with your advert? But you don't have insight outside your Facebook. Because when people now come to your website, what do? Do they just scroll up and down and exit? Are you getting my point? If you add a pixel to your website, Facebook will now show you the people that click the buy button. Are you getting my point? People that click add to cart. People that click checkout. Are you getting the point now? So from that checkout, you now see, okay, someone has even checked out and make payments. It now shows you how many people have clicked the checkout button. It shows you the interactions that happen on your website. Next. So now, let's go to running your first advert. This is your Facebook ad manager. This is how it looks like when you open it. Now, we are going to run an ad now. It's going to be practical. It's going to be practical. We are going to run an ad. If you have already opened your Facebook ad manager. Now, when you open it and you click create campaign, this is what it will show you. For you to choose what you want. I get my point. We have talked about different types of ads, and you saw them there: traffic, engagement, app installs, video views, lead generation, messages. I get my point. So for this as an illustration, we are going to use engagement. So I have selected the engagement ad because I want people to engage with what I'm going to show to them. Next slide. Number 2, the next thing you have to do is to name your campaign. You name it. Every campaign you run on Facebook has a name. Like I manage businesses and for people online, different companies. So whenever I'm advertising their product, I will give it a name. And I also use the company's page to advertise that product. So if the company says, I want to generate lead, I will also, okay, lead generation for XYZ company. I get my point. Because whenever I come back to my ad manager, I will see all the ads that I'm running. And I will now go for the XYZ I'm looking for to know how it's doing. I get my point. Now, when you name your campaign, you now go to the Facebook page of that company or that platform you advertise, that business you advertise in, and select their Facebook page. I get my point. Now, when you look at the picture there, you see the next thing is Facebook page. And the name of the page is The Answer Guy How to Survive. The next. Now, I'll now go to engagement again. I will set up my ad account. After I've set up my ad account. Now, what do I want people to engage with on this ad? The objective I'm choosing them to engage is not post-engagement. I want them to engage on page likes. Do you get it now? My essence of running this engagement ad is for them to like my page. Not for them to like even the post I made. It's for my page to show. I don't know if you have seen an advert and you see at the head, you see where they ask you to like the page. Do you get it? Now, what the person wants to do first is to grow the audience in his page. Now, when you have finished growing your audience in your page, you can now use organic means to start selling to them. Because you will not have 1,000 people in your page and you are posting every day. That 1,000, only maybe 2 or 3 people will buy whatever you have out of the 1,000. So if you're having 1 million people following your page, that's when if you post, 100 people can interact with it. They can like it, they can comment it, they can share it. The more the number you have, the more sales you can make, or the more your page converts. Are you getting my point? So on this objective, we are using page likes because I want them to like my page. Now, if you come below this picture, you see create a split test. The split test is this. In this same campaign I want to do, I want to share it into 2 to know the one that performs better. Are you getting my point? To know the one that performs better. Now, the same advert, I'll now divide it into 2. One, I will target people in Nigeria. The next one, I will target people in Africa to see how it responds. Remember what I said now? Target people in Nigeria to like my page and target people in Africa to like my page. It already shows that the number I'm going to reach is not the same. Nigeria has 200 million people, but not that 200 million is on Facebook. Do you get it now? Meaning that you can only get 50 to 80 million people using Facebook. 2 of us. You can't get even 100 million people. So now if I'm trying to see how to grow my page, that means I'm not supposed to target Nigeria alone. I have to target there's one ad I ran. I just came there, I wrote Africa. It selects all the countries in Africa. I go to Europe. Let Facebook select all the countries in Europe. Wherever it can display. I get my point. Age, I didn't bother about age. Demographics, I didn't bother. I said, let Facebook just do it smart because I just want people to like my page. Whether you're underage or overage, like my page. I get my point. So, if you are selling a product, first is to ensure that more eyes have seen your business place or have seen your page. Why I always use your business place is this. Whatever you are doing offline in your business is the same thing that is happening online. I get my page. The page is still your same shop you have offline you are paying for. I get my point? The rent you are paying is the same money you pay Mark Zuckerberg to promote your page every day. But this one now, and whenever you are ready. It's not your like rent you are paying it annually, but now it's whenever you are ready to run ads, you pay Mark Zuckerberg. I get my point? That's the same thing with online. Then the next one is next slide. Now you go to your audience. Like my sister here talked about audience. She mentioned about detailed targeting the right people that you just want. Maybe you're selling a health product and you need people that are suffering from one kind of disease. I get my point? Now you have to look for people that have such disease or a cluster those people belongs to. Maybe those people like to go to sports club. In your detailed targeting, you have to add sports activity. I get my point? Maybe those people like to watch movies, maybe dramas. In your detailed targeting, you look for dramas. When you type drama there, Facebook will bring it out. You select it. I get my point? Now, this happens when you have taken your time to do research on the type of people you want to promote to. I get my point? That's when you can run this. Because whenever I'm running detailed ads for a product, it usually takes me nothing less than 3 to 5 hours. And most people think it's easy to run a detailed advert. I will stay in the night, do this from night to dawn. And one button will take you back from square one. You understand? I get my point. Maybe you are busy. After you have written down all the people you want to target. Most of the time, I used to have a book. I will list the people I want to target. And up to 200, I will start adding them one by one. And there's one of the detailed targeting that overlaps with the other. And you may not even know. When you want to post it, Facebook will refuse. You will click, create. Facebook will say, mba. And you start wondering, where is the problem? I get my point. Now you have to go back again to start tracing it. So if it's on the detailed targeting, that means you have to go to them one after the other. The ones that are wrong will be asterisked with X. Anytime you want to know if your objectives is going well on Facebook, it always has a green mark or green color. But anywhere Facebook marks you red, know that you have to remove it. Yellow means they are still considering it. Because that yellow, they are still considering it. Red means, this is where you have banned account issues. Or even if you are monetizing your page and you are posting contents that are marked with yellow or red, even if you have made money, they will not allow you to withdraw that money. So next slide. So detailed targeting, that's what we are talking about. Now, when you are targeting your audience, because we use page like for this, that means you need everybody you can reach out to. I get my point. You don't bother about their age. Let the underage follow your page. Because the minimum age people can follow page is 13 years. And the maximum is 65 years. So, target men, women, disabled. As far as the person can operate phone, target them. Now, once you are still targeting them, target the placement where they usually use. Is it mobile? Is it desktop? Because some people browse with their system, some browse with their mobile. The difficultness in running an ad is that you cannot run an ad in Ad Manager with your mobile phone. But I can do it now, unlike before. What I do now is to use Google Chrome browser. So there are some browsers that will help you to do this thing with your mobile phone. I get my point. Now there are also apps Facebook have created. The business suite helps you to manage your pages, while the Meta ads will help you to run ads using the app. I get my point. But I usually go to Google Chrome because Google Chrome will give me the same interface with my system. I get my point. But all you just need is a strong, solid network to be able to do that, because if your network is hanging, you have to refresh your browser and start afresh again. So the next one, next slide. Now, here's what we call placement. We talked about placement, where you want your ad to appear. We talk about stories. We talk about messages. Are you getting my point? We talk about reels, because we also have reels ad. That means if you are watching a reel these days, that video people used to create, and advert pops up. Or maybe you are watching a video, along the line, an advert pops up. True or false? This is where you now set the placement. Now, one of the placements we have here is Facebook, Audience Network, Instagram, and Messenger. Facebook means your app advert will appear on Facebook alone, because Facebook has how many? Almost 5 family of apps. They have Facebook, they have Messenger, they have Instagram, they have WhatsApp, they have Threads. I get my point. So now, if you choose only Facebook, that means it's appearing only on Facebook feed. Facebook feed, Facebook stories, Facebook reels only. It will not even appear on Messenger, because it didn't select Messenger ad. I get my point. Now, if you choose Instagram, it will also reflect in Instagram. Even though you don't even have an Instagram account, it will also reflect there. People that have Instagram will be seeing it. And once they click it, Facebook has a way of redirecting them to your platform. I get my point. Now, we also have Audience Network. This Audience Network happens like Google Ads. Google Ads is different. You know what we call Audience Network? Is when you are scrolling through a blogging website. Maybe you went to a blogger, you are reading through what the blog has posted, and you start seeing adverts popping out on those blogs. Those are what we call Audience Network. Now, Facebook has taken the advert out of their platform and placed in other platforms for you to show. Another example is this. When you are playing a song, maybe using AudioMac or Boomplay, an advert pops out on those apps. These are what we call Audience Network. Now, Messenger, we also have Messenger. Next. Now, we look at budgeting. Like I said earlier, the amount you use in running your ads will help you to know how much you are going to get from your conversion, how many is going to reach. So, if you are budgeting your ad, maybe you choose $1, and after selecting your audience, and you choose $1, go back to your audience selection. You will see the number, how many it can reach. Maybe we still show you that this ad will reach 100 to 1,000 people, 1K people. Are you getting my point? Go back, let me explain it. Go back. Yes. When you look at that reach and page likes, you see it's different. Reach means how many people can see it. Are you getting my point? Now, how many people can take action is 30 to 87 people. Why 1,200 to 3,600 people can see the ad. But only 30 to 87 people at Facebook is expecting. You should be expecting to take action. That is why when Mr. Stanley talk about your page having 35,000 reach, only 1,500 people likes your page. Are you getting my point? This is where that thing happens. You'll be like, I spent money running this ad now. Many people saw it, but they didn't take action. It's because of impression. Impression means this. How many times did they see the ad in their phone? Do you get it now? There's a kind of ad you run, it is shown only once in your phone. You will not ever see it again in your life. Why there's a kind of ad you run, you open your Facebook, it's still there. Tomorrow you open it, you are still seeing it. Next tomorrow, it's still there, disturbing your destiny. I feel like, okay, let me just like it or take action. I get my point. Those are what impression does. How many times they see the ad? Next slide, move. Move. Now, here's where we talk about that impression. Now, let's say you have selected $1 per day, and how will Facebook use the $1 to distribute your content? Are you getting my point? How will they use it? Now, how are they going to charge you? Will they charge you on page like? That means if they're charging on page like, each page like, they might charge you 10 cents. Are you getting my point? Now, 10 cents, $1, and each page like is 10 cents. How many page like do you think you will have? Let me say 100 naira you used to run an ad, and each page like is 10 naira. How many page like will you have? 10. Thank you so much. That is how they will charge you. Now, on impression, Facebook will say, okay, we will charge you when we show your ad to people often and often and often. We don't bother whether they take action or not. Now, they now charge you by impression. That means the more they show you to people, the more they are charging you. The more they are showing you people, the more they are charging you. And the more they are charging you, the more your money is going. Are you no longer on page like. The next slide. Now, okay, let's go back. Go back, yeah. Now, delivery type. How will Facebook deliver the ad? Standard means they'll be delivering it slow and steady. I get my point. Slow and steady, your ad is running. Why accelerated means they have fasting, they boost it. They have fasting, how many people can see it immediately? We don't get time. When this ad run finish, we'll go house. Are you getting my point? So that's what you see there. That standard, they say is recommended. That means you have $1. We can manage that $1 until 24 hours for your ad to run for a day. Are you getting my point? Why accelerated means you just boost this ad. Within 5 minutes, the ad has expired. It's not that it has expired. Your money has finished. Are you getting my point? But you choose one day. You choose one day for the ad to run. But within 5 minutes, the ad don't go finish. It don't do work. Because they accelerated how they will charge your money. Once your money stops, your ad will stop. There's something I didn't tell you. When creating your ad manager account, be careful. Because this is where most of us made this mistake. When I started creating ad new, I made this mistake. I had an ad account I created. During the account information, I asked Facebook to charge me on postpaid. The postpaid means this. Facebook will allow you to create an advert. You will link your credit card. They will not charge you. You just run ad, they go. Say, my ad is running, I have not even paid. Your ad will run maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, they will not charge you. Maybe after a month, you don't receive $200 debit alert. I'd be like, you go to bank, they don't debit my money, I don't know what I did. Your bank will not trace and tell you that it's Facebook. Because you choose a postpaid, meaning they can charge you anytime. And you left the money there, you're expecting them to collect it that time, they will not collect it. But the prepaid is whenever you want to run an ad, you pay that amount you want to use. And once that amount stops, your ad way stops. Whenever the amount expires, your ad way stop. So, but between these two types of ad accounts, the one we have seen that have worked for many of us is the prepaid. I have tested the both type of accounts, but the one I've seen that have worked many for me is prepaid account. Next slide. Okay, here we have talked about all these things, but if we have time, this is where you will now create your ad. Are you understand my point? Creating your ad. Move, next. Next. Now, there are a lot of things you have to put in place to create your ad. Next. Test an objective, image, Now, when you are creating your ad, the number of tests you use matters. Like my boss here said, you don't go and load stories I expect you to read. When you are using image ad, the headline is supposed to be 25 characters. That's recommended. Why the link, 30 characters is enough. The body text, 125 characters is enough. When you write more than this in your description or whatever, it becomes too hard or difficult for people to see because you are not telling them moonlight stories. I get my point. Next one. Video stories ad has its own set of characters to use. Next. Carousel ad also have its own. Next. Slideshow ads also have its own. Next. Instant experience ad has its own. Next. Messenger ads has its own. Now, smart tips for running your Facebook ads. I don't know if we have time, but just open it. Let's see. Next. Experiment with audience targeting. Do an experiment. When you run a split ad, because we talk about split testing. When you run an experiment, you say, okay, I'm choosing women. I'm choosing men. I'm choosing this age. Find the one that are engaging with your content. Next. Use the Facebook pixel. The Facebook pixel is what we can link to your platform. It shows you people that are taking actions on your platform and also helps you to run a redirect advert. Redirect means you have seen this ad. I didn't know how it went about. I get my point. You did not see it again. Now, the next time I will run this ad, it will also come back to you. Because Facebook have captured you, but it didn't take action. So whenever I run an ad, people will still bring it back to you and bring new audience and join. Do you get it now? So the more you see my ad, the more you now start engaging. There's a training I used to do on mini exploitation training. So I have someone that commented. He said, I've been seeing your ad for over 2 years now. I get my point. For over 2 years, you have been seeing this ad. How is it possible? It's because of redirecting target. Facebook is still taking it back to them, retargeting them back. I get my point. It's still retargeting them. No, this person saw this and he spent 10 seconds watching this, but he didn't take action. Let's take it back to them. I get my point. Now, next. Use top-notch photos and videos. Next. Test everything before you post. Next. Track and optimize your performance. Know how the ad is doing, whether it's doing fine. Change some things. Next. Ad script, which is the content you are using to run your advert. Next. Banned account. This is where we talk about banned account. All right, my time is up.
Okay, sorry, your time is up, sir. We're trying to keep to time.
You see, I'm rushing it.
No problem, sir. So you're still here, and we want to entertain questions now. So please, based on what he has taught, if you have questions, please indicate. So from there, you can still be using your time, but okay, please conclude. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So the banned account. Many people have been writing about Facebook banning their ad account. Why is Facebook banning your ad account? It's because of what? In your text, that is your ad script, the message you are writing, what you are writing there, is derogatory or insulting to a certain class of people in the society. For example, you are posting a fat reduction product, and you now post, this product will help you to reduce all your fat. Facebook will see that you are insulting fat people. Are you getting my point? Maybe other people are selling slimming tea. You understand? So they don't want you to use such words when you are writing your content. Are you getting my point? Now, these are one of the things that will make Facebook to block your account. And two, when you are spamming or promoting illicit content, Facebook wants to be sure that every content that their viewers are seeing are safe for their consumption. Are you getting my point? So if they notice that what you have posted, people are flagging it somewhere. Just like Truecaller used to do. A certain number will call you and you see where they wrote that number, scammer. Meaning people have been flagging that number. So whenever the content comes to you, people have been flagging it, reporting it to Facebook. That means that they were likely to block your ad account. And when they block your ad account, what will you do? Don't panic. Go to help. Facebook has the customer care experience center. And they will serve you within 24 hours of reporting to them. They even give you a call. From wherever their office is, you will hear a woman's voice. Hello, how may we help you? And you start explaining your destiny. Okay. You understand?
Okay, sir.
So when they block your account, what you have to do is just go to help. You will see all the topics there. Select the topics that attach to your problem and write to them. the challenge you are having. They will not get back to you. Both the email address and they'll ask you to provide a phone number they will contact you with. So once they are finishing, just like MTN used to do, as you are calling them, they are working on it. If it's something they can do instantly, if it's something they cannot do, they ask you to give them time to check back in social hours before they cannot rectify it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we have our first question.
Okay.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody. I run an ad, and I used the GTB.
You what?
I use GTB Bank, the ATM card. I ran an ad.
Okay.
And I used GTB Bank, GTB, the bank.
Okay.
So, and the ad didn't go through. Some persons were like, there are some banks you cannot use. Are there recommended banks you can use if you want to pay in Naira? Thank you.
All right. This is a global problem. It was a government policy in Nigeria when they want to stop dollar transaction. Are you getting my point? Now, as of last year, we had an issue where you cannot use your Naira card to pay again. You need a dollar card to pay for your advert. Or even shop from AliExpress or Alibaba, all those platforms we used to shop globally. So, maybe why the card didn't go was because of the policy they put in place. They need a dollar card. That's when OPay, MoneyPoint, Kuda started creating virtual card for us to use to make payments. So when you don't have that kind of card, you now go to virtual card in your mobile app and try to see if that will go. Because me personally, we have that issue. I was telling my friends, which card are you using? They say, I'm using this. I say, let me open the app. You understand my point? So most of them now start adopting dollar account, DOM account, because we need their card to use to make payments. So what you're having now is a payment issue where they need a dollar card for you to be able to pay for your ad. And if you did not pay for your ad, the ad will not run. You will create it to be there looking at you as you're looking at him until Facebook receives your money. Thank you. I hope it's explainable. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, my name is Providence. I'm a paint manufacturer. Okay, I ran an ad. Was it on Sunday? Okay, it's not an ad. It's a post in my business page. So I had to boost it. And actually, this was my first time of doing it. So I clicked on boost. It now took me to another site where I had to make payments with my MasterCard. So I was thinking that in the process of making the payments, the boost would start working. But after making the payments, I'm seeing the money there. The money is not going anywhere. And the boost is not boosting anything. I'm like, please, can you clarify me? Ads and boost, all these things, just...
I like this question. If you are not been in the field, all this is all about you understand? Using your mobile phone to boost an ad, pay for it, seems challenging most times. Most of the time, I will use my phone to create an ad from my page. And I also say, I just want this post I made to spread for people to distribute it. And I will click boost. And I will put my card details. After they collected my money, it will not go. It happens. If you have a system, use your system to do it. Because whenever I experience such, I will go home, open my laptop, use my laptop to do it. Are you getting my point? I will just go, because I already posted that content already. I will go back to it. Now, what I do is this. I will no longer add the amount I want them to charge me. Maybe if they have already debited me 10,000, I will just add like 100 Naira extra. Pay again for them to be able to pick it up now. You understand my point? Because that money in your ad account will never go once your ad is not running. The money will start reading when your ad is going. Go ahead.
So, what if I now use this your format now, using the ad manager to now create an ad from that campaign? Will it still run with that money that I deposited for the boost? Okay, the same money?
Yes. Because once you have created an ad manager, if you like, you can fund your wallet. It's a wallet. You can fund it without running an ad. The money will be there, just like savings account. But you will not withdraw it back. You can only use it when you have created an ad. So any money that is in your ad account can never leave your ad account until your ad is running. So don't panic. Just use a little budget to kickstart it. Maybe you can now use your Google Chrome to fund your account. When you want to do it, just facebook.com, business.facebook.com/ad manager. Then you now go to fund wallet, fund your account. Any question? Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much.
Right,
I'm Alex Wisnodo of Gage Group. We are an events company. And we have series of online pages. And I've grown to realize that the more a page has more followers, the more it appears real to persons who view it. But then, first I must appreciate and thank you for this class. It's very, it has a lot of exposure and things we've learned. And my question is, I'm really inclined in running an ad that would that Facebook would have to take money per followers, because I think if apart from buying followers, I think this one is next to real. But I'm concerned about both accounts. Now, both accounts, like accounts that are both, this not real accounts, accounts that are not real. How do Facebook like select accounts that are not dormant? Because we have millions of people who just open a particular page, they leave it, and they open another one, they leave it. If you run an ad and Facebook ends up showing your ad to accounts that people don't longer use, it's as good as nothing. So Facebook have a solution to that problem.
Facebook has a solution to it. The question is about people having a dormant account and they are not using it. And you have boosted a page and your page is showing to those dormant accounts. It's not possible. Facebook has what we call account activity. Account activity shows when you have started using that account and when last you were online. I get my point. Even on WhatsApp, they have that feature. At last seen. So Facebook will show your ad to people that are active at that moment. Are you getting the point now? Your ad will be shown to people that are active and present at that moment. Now, if I run this ad today and you happen to be online today, you may not even see it today because I'm not reached to your location. Are you getting my point? So, if you are active until my ad finish running, it might not get to you. Maybe I run an ad, I'm targeting this Afule alone. There are thousands of people in this place, so it will not get to them once. If you used to watch the insight will be reading like from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, meaning 2 people have seen it, 3 people have seen it, 4 people have seen it, until it's still going like that. So if it happens, you are not active during that time I was running my ad, you will not still see it. So Facebook shows to people that are currently active at that moment. Thank you.
Praise the Lord, church.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, good morning, everybody. I have 2 questions. One on ad and another one that is not of ad. But the one on ad is as a content creator. Like, I want to ask on the advice you give to content creators that are not doing one particular business, but what they are doing is content creating. So, and on how they can go about ad on the content creating. Praise God. And the second question goes like this. I had an account last 2 years. On my birthday, that was 1st of August, it was hacked. You see, so through my audience, the people I've known in time past, they know the business I do, so they trust my business. So when they got some other link that is outside my business, so they had to call me. So when they called me and noticed that it's not me, they had to send awareness to so many people. So that person stopped scamming people. So how do one retrieve his account? Or yes, how do one retrieve a lost account, like a hacked account? These 2 questions. Sir. Praise God.
Thank you so much. Your first question was about content creators, how they can grow their page without paying for advert. All right. The question is simple. We have 2 sets of individuals here. One is a business person that wants to make sales for people that wants to promote his product for people to buy what he's doing. And the other one is a content creator that wants his script to be distributed. I get my point, without Facebook, with or without ad. Now, here's what you need to know. Content creators make their money through more views, right, on Facebook. That means Facebook has a policy as a content creator, they need organic views for your content to monetize. So what you are looking for, your objective is to monetize your content. Why the businessman, on the other hand, wants to make his money when he sells his product. I get my point. So since he wants to make his money when he sells his product, he has to pay for the advert. But you don't have any business paying for advert for people to view your content. Because once they do, Facebook will not pay you what you want to be paid. Do you get it now? So content creators should look for more ways to distribute their content. Because the essence of ad is, I'm lazy to distribute my content. I want Facebook to do it for me. So you post it and you give them the money. They will not take it to all their placement and start distributing it there. But as a content creator, since you don't want to pay them, you do it yourself. If you pay them, Facebook will, your policy, they have a policy on that. Because if it's by that, everybody will be boosting their ad. True of us. Facebook wise too now. They know people. So on the second question, you're talking about a hacked account. Hacked accounts are something that people have been doing over and over again. So right now, for people not to hack your account, we have two-way factor. Facebook has put that policy in place so that once you have an account, put your two-way authentication factor so you not disturb them again. And if your account happens to be hacked, still no problem. Come back to them, message them, and they'll ask you for verification. If the information you have supplied to them verify with the original account before, they will approve that account back for you. But if they are still finding it somehow, they will not. I get my point? Because now these two people disputing.
Yes. Sorry to cut you short.
No problem.
So, you know the way it is. If we stay here in the next 2 hours, people will continue to ask questions. So what we'll do, because we need to vacate this space for VOG, if you have questions, we'll do it the way we did the last time. We will issue you a number, right? So you meet him or any of the facilitators, okay? So that we don't encroach into other people's time, right? So we just take, since it's already upstanding, we just take this last question. And if your question is so very important, you need it, we can meet after now as a sort of a breakout under the, canopy outside. Is that okay, please? So just raise up your hand if you have more questions. Our ushers will give you a tag, a number, and then you ask the question outside of this place. Thank you for your understanding.
All right, thank you. My question is based on what you mentioned when you started about when Facebook having problem with whoever they had problem that made the cost of running ads to a website or to a landing page more expensive. And running ad to WhatsApp is now cheaper than that. So I have an issue with that. I didn't even know they had an issue like that. I was wondering why it was like that. I had an issue that when I ran ad to a website, the thing was taking my money and it was not giving me result. But when I do the same ad to WhatsApp, I was getting result and it was cheaper. But my problem is that spending hours creating that landing page or that web page, the essence of that is that it will give people the information they need before now coming to me. Instead of them clicking on Facebook ads to my WhatsApp to start asking me that same questions that website was supposed to provide for them. So the question, what do we now do? Because I can't keep attending to every single person on WhatsApp from my ad. I need them to go to that website or that landing page, get the information they need, and now come to me with the knowledge they already have. And I want it to be converting because the last time I did it, for days the ad was going, the money was going, and I wasn't getting any results.
All right, thank you so much. This is a picture of two lions fighting, and the grass offers it. When Facebook was fighting with Apple, we are not there. So they have their own disagreement that makes them to change their policy. So what did we do? It also affected me as well. So what I did, when I discovered that WhatsApp conversion is more engaging these days, now I go to WhatsApp, and WhatsApp gives you a feature where you can set up a greeting message. Are you getting my point? So what I did was this. My website I want them to go, my landing page I want to go, I copy the link, go to greeting messages, write the message I want to send, and save it there. So whenever someone clicks my ad from Facebook to WhatsApp, immediately it drops, that message is sent to them. I no longer have to talk to them anymore. As that message replies them, that instant replies them, they will not have to click the link, and they will not take them to my website. It's so simple as that. Now, from my website, I will not be checking what is going on if I'm making the sales. So if I'm not making that sales enough that I need, I will now save those contacts and do a broadcast message to them in my WhatsApp because they are still in my WhatsApp. So I'm no longer advertising to them anymore. I just have to reuse the same contact again and keep bombarding them with broadcast message. They can now, if I have time, I will now start engaging with them. Hello, how are you doing? They say, I saw this product, I have this question. I will now start engaging them on WhatsApp. Since I've discovered that